Higurashi When They Cry New episode 21. And I'll be watching it from Funimation's website, and I'll be starting my reaction in 1-0, go. Alright, pumped up for Higurashi greatness. Dang, dang. I always love that little song that plays. Alright, now it's back. But I wonder what she means by that. It didn't seem like Satako caused this to occur on purpose, though. Wait, what? Okay. Yeah, I mean, hopefully, though, all the answers come in due time, though. Wonder what she means by that. Wait, what? So, with the way she's talking about this, it's implying that Satako went through a lot of stuff before even able to get through that multiple times then. Oh boy. And the thing is, we all know the type of dicey stuff this all entails. Boy. Now I just wonder if she's either going to be sent back to when she was younger, or Ace is going to transition back to where she's still a bit older at the very least. Oh, damn. Oh, okay. So essentially, right from the get-go, her abilities were way more powerful than, at the very least, the type of abilities that Rika had, at least from the start of the series. At least right before Hanyu sacrificed herself. I mean, I don't even think the people watching right now have an idea of what part of what she's trying to say. So I wouldn't blame Sataka one bit, though. Yo. Yo, it's quite unnerving right there. Hey, but at least now we're finally getting all the little details patched in right before the moment where Sataka held up the gun against Rika on the positive side. Dun, 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 dun. Man, this opening kicks a lot of ass. I'm actually surprised they haven't changed it to going into this court, considering its huge focus on Rika and Sataka. But I guess I can understand why they wouldn't want to change it, because if had the animators changed it, they might have accidentally given off a spoiler. So I guess it truly is better to play it safe than sorry. that does explain why in that bit in the opening, it does have a huge emphasis on Satoko though. Now that we have the context. And now we finally know who that lady, that gorgeous lady is with the shifty little smile. And I'm liking how they finally drew her out because I remember in the first few episodes, she was just a gorgeous looking silhouette. Let's see if there's any other changes though. Maybe we'll finally get to see the hands that are reaching towards Rika. Or not. Damn, I guess they're not going to show that. As for my guess, I don't know, maybe it's Satoko reaching out towards Rika at the final bit of the opening. I have no idea. Either way, though, can't wait to find out. Well, that's the only way it can explain why she's young again. I mean, she was already young. But y'all know what I mean. Well, maybe I should try first pinching herself just to play it safe. The thing is, though, it ain't fully Rika's fault, though. And she had the perfect opportunity to join our girl, and even Rika offered that up. And at the same time, she had all the opportunities in the world to also ask Rika for some of her casual time, like studying with her, things of that nature. So it's partially Satoko's fault, but it's also Rika's fault for not really understanding the situation either. Aww. And you know the sad part about this is we know part way Satako does realize that Rika's also got the looping ability too. At least I would assume that. But like, she's so traumatized with the events that happened that she's not taking the easier solution of talking things out. And I'm not gonna necessarily blame her. Ho ho! Oh yeah, the trap! Oh shit! Looks like we're finally about to get to see what I've been waiting for multiple weeks. I'm just glad that it's seemingly trying to set it up for midway into the episode instead of the end of this one. Oh. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Rico's goal either. And here's where I think Satoko should have tried. Maybe she should have tried to go in there again, but this time actually handle things just a bit more differently. Like here, right there, we're already getting the foundation as to why Satoko failed the first time because unlike Rico was taking it fully seriously way before they went to St. Louis, you can already tell here the difference in Satoko's approach when it comes to studying. Aww. You can tell that Rika. Oh! Oh, jeez. Oh, but that's not really a low blow, though. That's just Rika wanting to pursue what she wants. The thing what Satoka has to accept too is that you can't keep the same things the same for like the majority of your life. Oh, sup, Natsuki Subaru? At least I assume that's what the name is. And also, thank you very much. Hope you're having a great day right now. But here's the thing, though. Satoka's got to accept that things do change eventually. Oh, what? No. And that right there, y'all, is someone who's a completely frightened of change right there. Because instead of trying to change herself, Sataka, she wants to try to keep everything else the same and stabilized. And the thing is, though, even though Sataka's not noticing it, she's sort of becoming. I'm not saying she's a bully, but she's starting to gain the personality traits of a bully. Just with the way she's trying to manipulate things into her own convenience instead of thinking about what's truly best for the people around her. And now she's trying to cajole her by utilizing peer pressure. Yeah, you see? Using peer pressure, trying to guilt trip her. She's saying that you can really tell how forced her smile is, especially with the way she closed her eyes. We know she's doing this so that she doesn't disappoint all of her friends. And then that right there, that line where Satoko said nobody wants you to change. That's only Satoku's perspective right there. She's making it seem like it's the perspective of everyone else when she's saying things like nobody else wants you to change. But that's only really Satoku's desire. That's not to say it's the desire of the other people like, say, Keiichi, Reina, or any of the others. I gotta say, Satoko, she's quite the perspective lady. And the scary part about this is we know Satoko, she thinks that she's doing things that are right and proper, but we know that it ain't the proper things of doing. It ain't the proper way of doing things, though. That's the thing. But we're seeing in all these things she's perceiving it as the right thing to do. Actually, the most frightening thing about the episode, actually. Because when people are like that, when they do something bad, but they still think from their perspective it's something good, those are the type of people where you gotta take pause with sometimes. Oh boy. it comes. But it's still like, I mean, even though she doesn't necessarily want to go, it'd still be nice for Satako to gain a better perspective of visiting other places, though. That's the thing. Hmm. I mean, at least now she's trying to be honest about her fears, and at least it's better than just trying to keep it all bound on the inside. Hmm. And that's actually something I wish Sataka would have done earlier, but I understand why she wouldn't want to do that either, though. In the previous loop. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. That's what Sataka should have been doing. She really should have Yeah, that's it. Yo, pretty much everything that I said in my reaction to episode 20, like Sataka should be asking for help, like Rika and all that. She's pretty much saying it on screen in this specific episode. Yo. No, I think Satoko would be able to do that. It's just that Satoko, she's too scared of change. That's the thing. Once she gets rid of that fear of change, she'd probably be able to do all that. She's only telling herself that she can't do it. Aww. Oh, well, knowing what we know about what happened in one of the previous episodes, I got a feeling that it's still going to go terribly wrong somehow. Fuck! Like that right there, just one last time. Oh man. I do like that the animators and the voice performance trying to make comfort us by having Rika say Nippon. Oh, and it's going into like the same issues as the previous loop. But the difference is though, did she try asking for help this time, or did she try to get inside of Rika's inner friend circle at the very least? Because at the same time, she can't expect her friend to be a mind reader either. That's the thing. Oh boy. I mean, at least it was nice to get to see the moment where Satako completely loses her sanity. I just wonder if she's gonna do the same on a similar, I wouldn't say the same, but a similar prank to what she did, but only a much more hardcore version of it. Oh. She's kind of falling into the, no, she is falling into the same mistakes as the previous slip. And you know what? It's realistic because when you're having a an emotional state like Rika, you sometimes do commit the same mistakes and you fall into old habits of fucking up sometimes. Because that's exactly what screwed her over in the previous loop too. Doing all this gossip around all these people. Oh, boy. Down. So that explains. Okay, so I guess I was on the money where Satoko had all the opportunities in the world to ask for help, but she just didn't take those opportunities right in front of her. More like Satoko isn't really hearing what's actually said in front of her, and Satoko's only hearing what she wants to hear, or imagining what she's hearing. Hmm. Oh, no, no, no. What in the world is she gonna do? Oh, what the? Don't tell me it's gonna be a double suicide. Yeah, it probably is gonna be a double suicide. Fuck! Oh, no! Oh, fuck! I mean, yeah, I guess I should have had a feeling that it was gonna be a much more advanced version of a prank that Satako did, but damn! Didn't think it'd be necessarily to that fashion, though. Holy fuck! I mean, fuck. This is like one of the few instances where I kind of hope I would have been wrong about the end result. Wow. I don't even know what to say anymore other than the fact that, I mean, if there's any doubts, that final scene seals it right here for me. This episode was by far a 10 out of 10 for me. I mean, holy shit. And that right there cements it for me. And let me explain why. Because at least now, finally, we got to see what broke Satako from a story standpoint. That's something I've been waiting for. We got to see why she became crazy. And now we finally found out what her problem actually was all this time. Just her fear of change, because especially when Rika emphasized how much she offered to help her out. And then, you know, something sad about that scene too, like when Sataka was hugging Rika, you can tell Rika was like genuinely happy that Sataka was being honest with her feelings. So that's kind of like what made that whole scene for me very sad for me, because it's like, geez, talk about just completely opening up, thinking that everything's gonna be fine, and then Satako does that. But you know what? I gotta give the series credit for that, because it's that pro at like giving you happy feelings, being like, oh yeah, things will turn out good, and then boom, it like figuratively slaps you for thinking that everything was gonna be a-okay. And you know what? I dig it for that. Shows you that the series, it is completely gutsy, and I love it for that. Now, aside from that story been in the episode, though, something else that I also really enjoyed about this, too. I do enjoy the fact that when it comes to this episode, it's also giving you a build-up as to why. And I also got to give it credit, but the new AD looked pretty darn great, too. But something else I got to give credit for, too. I got to give credit for the fact that for this specific episode, it's now giving you justifiable reason as to why Rika's probably going to be forced to utilize that shard. Because at least before this episode, I was like, maybe there's a chance that she might not have to use that shard and everything's going to be fine and dandy. And then this episode just shows up that, nah, there is no fucking way things are going to go off cleanly without a hitch. And that's something I enjoy about this episode. It increases the stakes, especially that now that we know that when it comes to Sakako, she's just not all in there anymore. Now, on top of that, another thing that I also appreciate about this episode too, even though lately some of the side characters like Keiichi and Rena haven't been given much emphasis lately, I actually don't mind it one bit because even though, yes, in this episode you could have argued that they were kind of utilized as plot devices, it worked. Yeah, the series is going great, Hosier One Jor. It's definitely, at least for me, it surpassed all my expectations because if I were to go by animes of the season, this series would definitely be in my top 5. So yeah, I think it's going pretty darn fantastic. Although I guess depending on who you ask, some people aren't liking this specific series, other people are. But at least for me personally, I'm loving it a lot. Now, aside from that, something else that I'm liking about this episode, aside from how they utilize Keiichi and Rina extremely well, even though they had a small amount of screen time, I'm liking how throughout all of this, you're getting to see a lot of the negative consequences in the earlier episodes. You're getting recontextualized as to why Hanyu had to sacrifice herself in order for Rika to retain her memories. Because I bet you, if Rika would have had her memories from the previous loops a lot more earlier, things in this specific loop would have probably turned out way better for Rika and Satako. So that's another thing I'm liking about this episode too. It's recontextualizing why Hanyu a few episodes ago she had to sacrifice herself for a potentially better end result. And that's why I thought this episode was worthy of a 10 out of 10, because it did a lot. It showed just Satako's debilitating mental state. It shows you truly how much Rika does care about Satako, even in the instances where Satako was acting pretty dang rough. In this episode, it justifies why Hanyu had to sacrifice herself. And on top of that, every scene was captivating from start to finish. And the visuals were fantastic. Artwork was great. And the vocal performances, especially from Satako's voice actors, were absolutely phenomenal. And that's why I feel, in my opinion, I gotta give the episode a 10 out of 10. I don't think I can give it anything less. Oh, as for that, yeah, you definitely do gotta catch up with Series 1, Jor, because the series 17 was, I remember 17 being a great episode, but it takes a quantum leap forward and even higher heights once you start seeing Satako's perspective. So you should definitely catch it pretty soon. And as for the other series, Anime Dojo, that you mentioned, I'm actually really excited to see what Don't Toy With Me, Miss and Naga Toto is gonna have, because I've been hearing interesting things about it. A lot of people say the start of the series, when it comes to the manga, is pretty darn mean spirited, but then it gets better eventually. So I'm definitely interested in seeing how I'm gonna react to the first few episodes, because people say that bit of the manga is like the least well done bit, but it eventually does get better. So I'm interested just to see whether I'm gonna end up liking that portion of the manga that it's gonna adapt, or whether I'm gonna dislike it. Because sometimes when people don't like a bit in an anime, I still end up liking it regardless. Or sometimes if it's something a lot of people like, I don't end up liking it. For me, it's either 50-50. So I'm definitely excited for that series for that reason. Just because all the things I've heard about it. Generally, though, I hear positive things about that series, though. Like, people say that series gets good right after its stumbling beginning portion, so I know for sure when I handle that series, I should definitely operate by the principle of the 3 episode rule, so to say. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a shame about it leaning on the mediocre side, Natsuki Subaru. Oh, that's pretty interesting, Hosier One Jor, when it comes to the memes. Hmm. I actually haven't seen Nagatoro memes yet. I only know about it because of Anime News Network and people talking about the manga and its controversy. Hopefully, though, they rush some of the mediocre side that Natsuki Subaru. We can only hope. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes the anime does anime adapting. Sometimes skip through the uncool stuff to get into like the really cool stuff. So if we're lucky, it'll do just that. Hopefully, I'm gonna stay optimistic when it comes to that series. But yeah, thank you for bringing it up, Anime Doji. Now, these are my thoughts on Higurashi when they cry new episode 21, y'all. Now, right before I go, does anyone have a question? Because after this, I'm going to react to Heaven's design team. I'm going to have to check out those Nagatoro memes then. Definitely. Although I'll probably do it once the anime comes out, though. Just so that when I watch the anime, I'm more surprised. I definitely got to do it after I watch at least the first episode. So that it's got me completely off guard. You know? No, not Heaven's Feel 3. I don't know if I'm going to react to it. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to think about reacting to Heaven's Feel. No, Heaven's Design Team. It's an anime about animals. About angels making animals. That's what Heaven's Design Team is. I'm not, that's the next anime I'm reacting to. Heaven's Design Team. It's about cutesy little animals, or even deadly animals being made by angels after taking requests. Oh no, Fate's Stay Night. I'm probably not gonna react to Heaven's Feel. I'm not saying I'm gonna necessarily say no, but I'll think about it. I'll think about reacting to Heaven's Feel. I'll for sure react to Fate Grand Order though, but Heaven's Feel probably not. I'll think about it though. I'll definitely think about it. It's just 50-50 on me for that. Well, yeah, I hope that arc ends up being good animated Oji for the Baku no Hero fans. Yeah, it was well told with the gun. Man, that last scene, it surpassed my expectations as to why I wouldn't react to Heaven's Feel is because I already promised I'd watch it with a friend Natsuki Subaru years ago. Like, before I even made the channel, I promised, yeah, we'll watch all the movies together. And I did that before I did reacting, so that's why I wouldn't react to it, because I already promised someone I'd react to Heaven's... I mean, not react, but I'd watch it with them. So that's why I'm probably not going to react to Heaven's Feel. Alright, I mean, I gotta keep the promise I made, even if I did it before reacting. Because remember that way back I promised him I'd watch Heaven's Feel with them. And same for Megalobox Season 2. So those are the ones I won't react to. I'll see Heaven's Feel in Megalobox Season 2, but I'm not going to react to those probably, because I already promised I'd watch it with them years ago. Before I started YouTubing, reacting, anyway. So yeah, that's why, in case you're wondering why, it's for that specific reason. But I'm still going to react to Fate Grand Order, because I didn't make any promises with him regarding Fate Grand Order, just Fate, Heaven's Feel. And also Fate's Stay Night. If I were to ever get adapted, I'd probably watch it with them too. The Saber route, if it gets adapted by Floatable. Yeah, Suno Joe was a great series. Definitely. But yeah, guys, looks like that's it for questions. Anyone have a question? I could wait 30 seconds, because after this... Really, Natsuki Super? I heard bad things about Camelot. I heard a lot of people say the animation quality was disappointing, and that Studio Wit didn't even try hard. Because I remember a lot of people in one of my live chats mentioning that the animation quality was disappointing for Camelot. That it didn't even look like movie quality. I'm still hyped up for it though. As long as the animation for Camelot's at least high tier television quality, then I wouldn't mind too much, you know? Or maybe it's just that Ufotable set the bar so high that anything that Camelot was going to do was going to be disappointing. That could also be it too, that the expectations were just super high. Well, you should watch Ashton Joe Animated Doji, because it's way better than Megalobox. Like, the antagonists are better. The fights are better because they're not rushed. Like, it actually takes its time. And it builds up the boxers before they fight, too. That's another good thing about Ashton no Joe. Well, with Megalobox, it just rushed towards fights sometimes. Yeah, you did have some build-up, but sometimes it did rush. That's the downside about Megalobox. It went too quick sometimes. Oh, that's kind of disappointing that it's not stacking up to Babylonia considering it's a movie. Like it had advantages of like production time. I mean, that's some good news at the very least. Which it kind of makes you wonder how profitable Babylonia is if they gave the movie a lower budget than the television series. You know, kind of makes you wonder if if the series even made money, the anime series that is, because we all know the game made all the money in the world. Like there's like definitely there's no doubts about it. The game made so much money. I think billions of dollars for Sony. Huh. But, I mean, at least the story is good. That's a positive. Well, it looks like that's it for questions then. Same, I like Yilla's show with the beard too. I think it looks a badass. Yeah, I'm definitely with you on that, Anime Doji. Can't wait to see him with the beard. Who knows? Maybe I was about to say, man, that series for sure. If I didn't make that promise, I would have reacted to Megalobox, like definitely. But you know, I gotta keep my promises though. Not much I can do about that. Well, looks like that's it. Well then, right before I go, let me just say thank you very much to Natsuki Subaru, Hosier One Jor, Animated Doji, and also Toad with the Gun. Thank y'all very much for commenting on the live chat. Oh, thank you very much, Natsuki Subaru. I had fun too commenting on the live chat. And thank you very much, everyone. Oh, thank you also, Animated Doji. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for commenting on the live chat. And also, thank you, everyone, for watching my video. Hope y'all have a fun, great, safe, and fantastic day. Hope y'all rate the video, share it, comment, subscribe if you do not want to miss my Higurashi When They Cry new episode 22 reaction. And I'll see y'all later. If you come back for more, and have a fantastic day, everyone. Bye-bye.